Drake just took a big loss against his own record label.
Playing under section 349 or GB the fuck L. Conclusion. Defendant's motion to dismiss is granted.
It's a damn shame when a judge know more about how this hip-hop shit go during a battle than you supposed rap fans.
Listen to how she opens this up. I feel like she could write album reviews. I feel like Judge Vargas should be out here writing commentary in hip-hop. Listen to this opening.
Holy shit! Let's go!
Two ATMs, you
what?
stepping to what?
What else? They copy on it, copy on us!
Serving up a look.
Hey!
Yo, Pop Pulse fan, what's poppin'? You already know we bring you the hottest updates in hip-hop and entertainment. And today, oh man, Drake just took one of the biggest L's in rap history. The judge officially dismissed Drake's lawsuit against UMG. Yeah, the same label that pushed Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. Before we break this down, smash that like, hit subscribe, and ring that bell, because this one's wild. Let's get into how this courtroom moment turned into another victory for hip-hop culture. Let's go. When the news dropped, the culture froze. Reactors everywhere were in disbelief. From laughter to celebration, this was the moment the internet went crazy.
It's in Week. It's in Week. It's in Billboard. Billboard legal news. Billboard.com posts Drake lawsuit over Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us, dismissed by the judge.
This is on so many different platforms. This one happens to be Music Business Worldwide. The headline reads, Drake's lawsuit against UMG over Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us gets dismissed by U.S. court. A U.S. federal court has dismissed Drake's defamation lawsuit against Universal Music Group, ruling that Kendrick Lamar's diss track Not Like Us constitutes protected opinion rather than actionable defamation. Shout out to Judge Jeanette Vargas of the Southern District of New York, who granted UMG's motion to dismiss all claims on Thursday, October 9th.
Finding the case as of now is over unless there's some type of appeal or something. But again, the Drake lawsuit versus UMG for defamation with Kendrick Lamar and his lyrics of Not Like Us squaring the center of it, that case has officially been dismissed.
But just understand how this is going down as a moment in history when it ties to labels, freedom of speech. This will be one of those staples in the game, like one of those just cases that people refer back to, a precedent of law as well, ties into a little bit in some part of freedom of speech, how it's played when it comes to art. We've never saw this in hip hop before, so you gotta look at this as one of those historical moments, like a landmark type case.
Y'all all know, man, early this year, around January, a lawsuit came out. It was crazy. It was the biggest rap battle since Tupac and Biggie. It was Drake and Kendrick, and a lawsuit came out, and everybody was talking about this lawsuit. And now today, we got more news on that lawsuit. That lawsuit had more pages than the Bible.
We are about to go over the court documents and read through those things and see why the judge made the decision that she made.
As you know, Drake was suing UMG for releasing and promoting Kendrick Lamar's vicious diss track. Drake claimed UMG knew full well Kendrick's lyrics and images in the music video, referring to Drake as a supposed pedophile, were false and dangerous. In dismissing the lawsuit, the judge said, even accusations of criminal behavior are not actionable if understood in context or opinion rather than fact.
But we finna read this article, gang, and we gonna see what they talking about. I already say less than a year after the rapper filed the stunning lawsuit, a federal judge says nobody thought Kendrick was really calling him word.
Right.
I'm gonna keep that word out of it because you know.
But the title,
weird.
The title of it is that the song was dismissed.
Let's
It's a damn shame when a judge know more about how this hip-hop shit go during a battle than you supposed rap fans. I'm talking to you. No. All you DIYers move out the way. I'm talking to you. Head ass. What you even watching this video for? Your disappointed ass. It says Not Like Us released May 4th, 2024. Was the penultimate track in what the court called perhaps the most infamous rap battle in the genre's history. Over 16 days. Even though this nigga got wrapped up in 5 business days by Kendrick, they didn't document that. Drake and Lamar released 8 diss tracks with increasingly inflammatory rhetoric. The song achieved massive commercial success with over 1.4 billion streams on Spotify, winning Record of the Year at the Grammys and being performed during the 2025 Super Bowl halftime show to 133.5 million viewers. Can I just take a little segue and say, if this was me and this song was about me and I was in a battle and I got destroyed like this, sit the fuck down. Go, leave. You don't want to keep showing up and reminding people of the. It's like taking an ass whooping in a real physical fight, and you got the biggest black eye. Every time people see you, they gonna be reminded of when you got your ass whooped. That's what I felt like when he kept appearing. When Drake Keisha kept appearing in sweatshirts with imaginary bullet holes and smoke coming out of it. What you reminding us for?
Drake just took a big loss against his own record label.
Drake just took a big legal loss against his own record label because his federal defamation suit against Universal Music Group has been thrown out of court. According to new legal docs obtained by TMZ, the judge ruled the allegedly defamatory statements in Not Like Us are non-actionable opinion. In other words, Drake can't sue for defamation over the song lyrics. As you know, Drake was suing UMG for releasing and promoting Kendrick Lamar's vicious diss track that Drake claimed UMG knew full well Kendrick's lyrics and images in the music video, referring to Drake as a supposed pedophile, were false and dangerous. In dismissing the lawsuit, the judge says even accusations of criminal behavior are not actionable. If understood in context, they are opinion rather than fact. Translation, the fact that allegations are part of a diss track and not a news report means the average person would not interpret it as fact, and therefore Drake can't sue.
We all know the case was Drake just basically defamation. And then he was also doubling down saying like the label did it on purpose. They was trying to hinder his basically contract re-sign, try to devalue his catalog based off the beef. So
as of today, Thursday, October 9th, a federal judge has dismissed Drake defamation lawsuit against Universal Music.
Scathing diss track. These words are crazy. Certified. Yeah.
It said Judge Jeanette Vargas.
Let's see.
Granted UMG motion.
So now, when it comes to this lawsuit, man, if this was something that was just about money, really about money, when it came to, people sue their record labels all the time when they feel like they aren't getting what they're owed money-wise. But this right here was just a petty attack to the label for not protecting him like they have in the past when it came to different beefs that Drake has been in. We've been covering this shit for damn near a whole damn year. We know we've gone through so many different things. We know that UMG would normally stand and protect Drake, put anyone he's going against, put their hands behind their backs and let Drake just haul off on their ass. They did that shit to Pusha T, although Pusha T won on social media when it came to the actual business. Over time, UMG did their best to block things that Pusha T was doing, especially working with other artists that was affiliated with UMG.
Judge Vargas didn't just dismiss the case, she broke it down in detail. This wasn't just about lyrics, it was about free speech and context. She ruled Kendrick's bars as artistic opinion, not defamation.
Listen to how she opens this up. I feel like she could write album reviews. I feel like Judge Vargas should be out here writing commentary in hip hop. Listen to this opening.
Let's start with the judge's opening words for the order, which says, quote, This case arises from perhaps the most infamous rap battle in the genre's history, the vitriolic war of words that erupted between superstar recording artists Drake and Kendrick Lamar in the spring of 2024. Over the course of 16 days, the two artists released 8 so-called diss tracks with increasingly heated rhetoric, loaded accusations, and violent imagery. The penultimate song of this feud, Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar, dealt the metaphoric killing blow. The song contains lyrics explicitly accusing Drake of liking children, set to a catchy beat and propulsive bass line. Not Like Us went on to become a cultural sensation, achieving immense commercial success and critical acclaim. Now, Judge, are you a fan? Now, as a reminder, Drake was suing UMG for defamation, harassment, and violation of the New York business law. One of his main points in this lawsuit was that UMG defamed him when they published, promoted, exploited, and made money off of Kendrick's song, knowing that what Kendrick said in that song was false and dangerous. Particularly the A minor line, him being Malibu's most wanted, and then the song's cover art, which was of Drake's house with offender icons all over it. So first up are the lyrics and the overall message of Not Like Us, which was that Drake is a person who engages with young children. And the question the judge has to answer is, were those lyrics meant as an opinion and therefore they fall under free speech, or are they meant to be taken as fact and therefore defamatory? And according to the judge, context matters here. The judge says, although the accusation that Drake likes young kids is certainly serious, the broader context of this being a heated rap battle with incendiary language and offensive accusations hurled by both participants would not incline the reasonable listener to believe that Not Like Us imparts verifiable facts about Drake. That doesn't stand. Moving on to the album cover art, the judge says that this too is just an opinion, and no reasonable person would view the image and believe that law enforcement had in fact designated 13 residents in Drake's home as offenders. And so that also is dismissed.
This case arises from perhaps the most infamous rap battle in the genre's history, the vitriolic war of words that erupted between superstar recording artists Aubrey Drake Graham and Kendrick Lamar Duckworth in the spring of 2024. Set the scene something lovely. Over the course of 16 days, the two artists released 8 so-called diss tracks with increasingly heated rhetoric, loaded accusations, and violent imagery. The penultimate song of this feud, Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar, dealt the metaphorical killing blow. The song contains lyrics explicitly accusing Drake of being a pedophile, set to a catchy beat and a propulsive bass line. Not Like Us went on to become a cultural sensation, achieving immense commercial success and critical acclaim. Both Drake and Kendrick Lamar have recording contracts with defendant UMG. Didn't she set the stage right there, by the way? I'm sorry. Did she not do a good job of setting that stage? Propulsive bass line? She did a good job on that. 1 second applause.
Over the course of 16 days, the two artists released 8 so-called diss tracks with increasingly heated rhetoric, loaded accusations, and violent imagery. So with every house with the SA Predator marks on it, you have a family van being crushed in the video. Sounds like fair exchange to me. So continuing. The penultimate song of this feud, Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar, dealt the metaphorical killing blow. The song contains lyrics explicitly accusing Drake of being a pedophile, set to a catchy beat and propulsive bass line. That's funny, from a judge. Not Like Us went on to become a cultural sensation, achieving immense commercial success and critical acclaim. Now, both Drake and Kendrick Lamar have recording contracts with defendant UMG Records. Drake alleges that UMG intentionally published and promoted Not Like Us while knowing that the song's insinuations that he has sexual relations with minors were false and defamatory.
Means the judge is saying, hey, you lost due to this song, according to Drake as well. The song contains lyrics explicitly accusing Drake of being a PDF set to a catchy beat and propulsive bass line. Not Like Us went on to become a cultural sensation, achieving immense commercial success and critical acclaim. Both Drake and Kendrick Lamar have recording contracts with defendant UMG Records. Drake alleges that UMG intentionally published and promoted Not Like Us while knowing the song's insinuations that he has sex relations with minors were false and defamatory. A minor. Drake has brought this action against UMG for defamation, harassment in the second degree, and violation of Section 349 of the New York General Business Law before the court is defendant's motion to dismiss pursuant to Rule 12b-6 of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure, because the court concludes that The alleged defamatory statements in Not Like Us are non-actionable opinion. The motion to dismiss is granted.
Such practices without more do not state a claim under section 349 or GB the fuck L. Conclusion. Defendant's motion to dismiss is granted. You a motherfucking tuna fish, Sago, bagel, eating ass bitch, Drake. You gotta lie, B. Gotta lie, B. I rock with you. Huh? You took all his fucking money, gotta lie, B. I rock with you. Me and you is cool. I'm not dissing you, gotta lie, B. You drain every fucking thing out of freaking Drake, gotta lie, B. You drain every fucking thing. I appreciate you. You made sure to drag it on.
Standard. So to survive a motion to dismiss, a complaint must contain sufficient factual matter accepted as true to state a claim to relief that is plausible on its face. All right, so they use some case law to talk about the legal standards. We're gonna just skip past this right here, but all right. We're gonna try to get it's all these things just talking about case law and different references to different things. But let me read a little bit of this as far as the background. So the following background is largely taken from the allegations in the amended complaint, which are assumed true for purposes of this motion. Additionally, defendant requests the court take the judicial notice of certain extrinsic evidence pursuant to Rule 201 of the Federal Rules of Evidence. These exhibits include the lyrics of songs released as a part of Drake and Kendrick Lamar's rap battle, the dates on which these songs were released, and the lyrics of these songs are not reasonably subject to dispute. See Pickett versus Migos touring. So they reference some other things. It's all case law stuff, trying to see what was done in the past that set precedents and how you use that to make a decision on this case, and that ultimately led to a dismissal. So I'm trying to skip more down to what they're saying. All right, so factual allegations. Drake is a prominent recording artist and songwriter among other public-facing endeavors. Drake has had a successful music career under defendant UMG for at least 20 years. UMG uses its brands and imprints or labels to provide its music artists with the means to create, promote, and distribute their music commercially. Defendant through UMG uphold exclusive publishing and distribution rights to Drake's music as well as that of artist Kendrick Lamar. So on April 19th, 2024, Drake released a diss track directed at Kendrick Lamar called Push-Ups. All right, Drake mocks Kendrick Lamar's height and shoe size. How the fuck you big stepping with a size 7 men's on Pipsqueak pipe now? Hey, just seeing this shit in court, it's hilarious. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. And the judge did a research. She probably was lit. She probably was lit, having a good time going through this whole beef. I know she probably had the stank face several times, especially when she got the goddamn Euphoria, when she understand the background. Euphoria probably had it with a permanent stank face. But all right.
Couch as factual allegations. However, the court may also consider documents incorporated in the complaint by reference and matters of which judicial notice may be taken. Judicial notice is appropriate when a matter is not subject to reasonable dispute because it is generally known within the trial's court, territorial jurisdiction, or can be accurately and readily determined from sources whose accuracy cannot reasonably be questioned. Now, this is a discussion. What was read before this was the background of the beef, everything that we know about the beef until this point, all the diss tracks, all the records that had came out, Not Like Us, Family Matters, all that. So after that, they have this discussion. First column is defamation claims. Under New York law, the elements of defamation claims are 1, a defamatory statement of fact, 2, regarding the plaintiff, 3, published to a third party, 4, that it is false, 5, made with an applicable level of fault, 6, causing injury, and 7, not protected by privilege. A defamatory statement is one that exposes an individual to public hatred, shame, odium, contempt, ridicule, aversion, ostracism, degradation, or disgrace, or induces an evil opinion of one in the minds of right-thinking persons, and deprives one of confidence and friendly intercourse in society. The issue in this case is whether Not Like Us can reasonably be understood to convey as a factual matter that Drake is a PDF or that he has engaged in S relations with youngins. In light of the overall context in which the statements in the recording were made, the court holds that it cannot. A fact versus opinion. Under the First Amendment, there is no such thing as a false idea. Only assertions of fact are capable of being proven false. Moreover, the New York Constitution provides for absolute protection of opinions. Thus, court must distinguish between statements of fact, which may be defamatory, and expressions of opinion, which are not defamatory, and have the full protection of New York Constitution. Whether a challenge statement is a fact or opinion is a legal question.
As soon as the judge's words hit the net, the coaches spoke, loud and proud. Every reactor knew this wasn't just about Drake and Kendrick. This was about hip-hop's right to speak freely.
Holy shit! Let's go, baby! Yes! Oh, snap! I'm literally just finding this out right now with y'all. Yo, this is a major L for Drake. This is a huge win for Kendrick. This is a huge win for hip hop. This is a huge win for content creators, for reaction channels. Oh my God. I'm literally finding this out with y'all. Drake lawsuit over Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us, dismissed by judge. Less than a year after the rapper filed his stunning lawsuit, a federal judge says nobody thought Kendrick Lamar was really calling him a PDF file. Hell fucking yes. Content creators in lawsuits. This takes away from freedom of speech. If he would have won, like if Drake would have won this would have destroyed hip hop. This would have destroyed hip hop, but hip hop is alive. Hip hop is here. We can still diss, we can still roast, we can still expose your ass, and we can still, you know what I mean? This battle rap is here to stay. Cause do y'all know what could have happened if Drake would have won this?
In the chat, y'all laughing. Drake should be ashamed of himself. Drake needs to stop listening to tweets. Anyone in this camp needs some real friends. That's what it came down to. Like all this shit. He really was gathering information from fans. They gassed him up to do this stupid ass lawsuit. Trying to find some type of W, some type of victory. When he should have just took his L, lick his wounds, duck off, made people miss you for a little bit. If he had just been quiet and then came with that "What Did I Miss" song, it probably would have hit harder and things could look different for him. But his ass been crying for a whole year straight. And it did not have to go this way. Someone said Drake cheddar bobbed himself. The JVP gonna have a field day with this? Facts though. Tell him May was the real MVPs of the court case. Oh man. Tell him May, yeah, facts though. So how long do we think Drake is going to keep losing from a rap battle 1.5 years ago? Facts, man. I'm reading what y'all saying in the comment section. Once again, Drake allowed his ego to overestimate the situation and earned another loss. Why? Drake isn't that smart. Tell him, hey. Kendrick's lyrics were bulletproof for a defamation lawsuit saying, I heard. This mess should never went to the courts in the first place. Facts, man. After the judge read those lyrics, he wanted to meet Kendrick next. She wanted to meet Kendrick next. I'm sure she does. Cause I know the judge was enjoying this shit. Drake's lawyers did Birdman hand rubs with this case. They knew it was a loser case, but got the bag anyway. Facts. Drake's lawyers, they took his ass up and threw that for this stupid ass case. They knew it. They knew they could play upon his ego to keep this shit going. They knew it. They knew that shit. Kendrick said PDF not filed, not weirdo. This court case should be used as a prime example that Larry is a bad gambler. Kendrick and UMG, Drake's lawyers are the real winners. Facts, Drake's lawyers bring up a bag. What's the chances that Larry takes this L gracefully? He not taking it gracefully, dog. And his fans gonna get, I'm gonna be watching. When I get off, I'm gonna see what's going on social media, and I'll come back to y'all with some reactions because I know his fans gonna be crabbing and crying. It's funny seeing how they were trying to break down the hidden messages in his most recent song. Let me switch to this angle. But they were trying to break down the hidden messages in his whatever that shit he got going on with the live streams and stuff, saying, oh, the industry is after Drake and he's got the Pinocchios and all that, man, all that bullshit. Fuck out of here. Just put out music, Drake. You ain't that deep, my boy. Certified crybaby. Certified crybabies is crazy. What y'all saying? What y'all saying? Damn shame. 616 in LA sample ain't get cleared. Like, I love that shit. Yeah, that track was fire. That's one of the best tracks. Meet the Gram Euphoria, depending on your perspective, won the battle. Not like us. That was just kicking Aubrey's corpse. Aubrey fans mad about Aubrey being called a pedophile, but they skipped over this verse. I know you're referencing Telemade. I don't get that shit, bruh. Nitpicking just to push a narrative. I understand, just to win the fight, win the debate. But come on now. Any reasonable person that's really using their brain knows that this is all bullshit, bruh. Someone says they not like us. I'm so mad at Drake for this lawsuit. Kendrick's mode was Drake's writers, because why did Drake say that? I know you're referencing the Telemade shit. Someone said, let's go, Judge. Time to start playing Meet the Grams on the loop. Judge Vargas did her job. The judge dissected the bar. That's the funniest part to me. Because I'm just visually thinking about the judge, like, preparing that whole shit and having fun. I know this case was fun for her. Family Matters was so cap. The Heart Part 6 was cap too. Now, hopefully Drake would go somewhere, rest, and deal with his ego. Hey man, if Drake would have chilled out, then he probably would have been good right now to actually roll out an album. But now he has to deal with this embarrassment. You did not have to deal with this embarrassment. You did not have to take 2 L's.
You even deal with, especially if you a huge hip hop rapper like Drake. You've been carrying, leading hip hop with the biggest numbers and the biggest. So you've been knew what this about. You done participated in smack battles, nigga. You get. We don't stop a smack battle to say, hold on. Even if they got fake documents, man, it ain't no. Oh, I can't rap no more because this person said this about me and everybody believe him. So now I'm done. No, you knew you was at battle when you went to war.
But that's what I'm saying. When he put it out, it's like you put out a lawsuit.
Fact.
So it's like it's basically like, I'm gonna go to these people and I'm gonna show that this is what, and it's like, these is the people. They the people.
I'm gonna take it to them, and this is
what the judge is.
The judge also rejected arguments about the popularity of Not Like Us, saying she could not make that kind of retroactive analysis of artistic expression. She wrote that when Kendrick wrote his song, he could not have been aware that it would later break streaming records, win Grammys, or be the centerpiece of a Super Bowl halftime show. Meaning, there is no artificial way to take it that far. So,
bro, I'm not with the suing thing in the game. I know people got their favorite artists. I don't care who it is. If Kendrick Lamar did this, bro, I would be saying I'm against that, bro. If Kendrick Lamar went with a lawsuit in these regards right here against another artist in a rap battle after saying what he done already said about the nigga, I don't care who it is, bro. I would call it out. That ain't what we do in the culture. That ain't what we do in hip hop. This is why we seeing this for the first time, because it ain't something that we do if we talking rap battling, especially if you gonna tell a nigga drop, and then he drop, and then it don't work out for you. Now it turns into this. But the facts is in, the documentation is in, the judge done threw it out. Federal defamation lawsuit is over with. I guess this whole conversation can finally come to a full resting end now, and boys can get back to making music. This is most definitely a loss for Drake in that regard of the game that he was playing. He lost in the battle, tried to take it to court, lost there as well, so he got to take the L, ain't no doubt about it. Drake is who Drake is as far as the fan base, the people that listen to the music and the people just wanting the music. But when it comes to the hip hop conversation, this is going out sad and bad. I just got to keep it all the way 1,000. And now that it's
Kendrick versus Drake, and if this would have gone the way that Drake wanted it to go, it would have been the downfall of this very important pillar of hip hop. You know what I mean? The battle element of it. So I'm very glad that a judge looked at Aubrey dead in his face and said, boy, you better get the fuck out of here with this bullshit.
As soon as the judge's words hit the net, the coaches spoke, loud and proud. Every reactor knew this wasn't just about Drake and Kendrick. This was about hip-hop's right to speak freely. And a plot twist straight out of a movie, the judge used Drake's own lyrics against him. From the AI Tupac diss to the Family Matters lines. She basically said you started the fire. After this verdict, the question isn't if Drake lost, it's how much. His brand, his credibility, and his relationship with UMG might never be the same. And there you have it, the verdict's in, and hip-hop stands tall. Drake versus UMG is over, Kendrick's Not Like Us remains undefeated, and the court just declared bars are art, not evidence. If you love this mashup, smash that like, drop a comment, and subscribe for more of the rawest reactions right here on PopPulseReacts. Till next time, keep your bars clean and your lawsuits dismissed. Let's go.